And what's up, y'all? How you guys doing? Um, long time no see. I know I'm gonna stop trying to do. I'm gonna stop trying to, keep leaving you guys hang. I'm gonna stop doing that. I want to upload more consistently, but but how you guys doing? And today we're gonna be reacting to some of like how I kind of got my like I don't know how should I say start in K-pop or what got me into K-pop. Because I got into it when I was a kid. I remember like years ago, like maybe like 10, 12 years ago, it was when it was like all the rage. And and I still love K-pop today. I've it's something that like found me again. It's something that like I kind of drifted away for a bit and then came right back to, because when you kind of go through stuff, when you guys go through like if you're dealing with loss, kind of dealing with a dark time in your life, you have like if you like I said, dark time, you lost somebody, or depression, or you kind of have a kind of lose yourself. One thing you do is you end up going back to like the things that made you who you are. And I've been doing that, and I'm happy again. I mean, well, I wouldn't say all the way happy, but it's comforting. So I want to react to some of the videos that kind of got me into it, and I'm gonna give you a little backstory with all of them. So this first one we're gonna be reacting to is "Up and Down" by Exit. And I remember I think I was about like 12 when I first saw this, and I was instantly hooked. And let's see if like those memories still resonate. So without further ado, let's get it going. All right, so I remember like in that first intro, I was just like, what's going on here? What's going on here? Like 12-year-old me didn't really understand a lot of stuff, but and then another thing, a lot of people another thing back then is like that little hip thrust move they were doing. They had to change that for live shows back then. I'm pretty sure you can. I mean, now you could probably. Anybody can get away with doing that now. But back then, you couldn't do, like, the girl groups couldn't do stuff like that. The men, it was completely okay to do, but the women couldn't. Women groups or girl groups couldn't do that. Couldn't do anything, because this was considered too suggestive, and they had to change it for live shows. And I always thought that was stupid. So another thing is my when I would be like watching this stuff, my parents, like when I was a kid, my parents would be like, how do you like this when you don't understand what they're saying? The thing about music, like you don't have to understand anything they're saying, as long as you just vibe to it. That's who cares? But yeah, that's that even now a lot of people still ask that, how you like something you don't even understand what they're like saying. I'm just like, it's music, you can just vibe to it. So another thing is, I don't know if this is where I always tried to learn that dance when I was a kid, could never do it. I mean, I might if you guys like this video enough, maybe I'll try to recreate some of. I'll learn some of these dances, because back then a lot of the dances weren't you didn't have to be a whole stunt double expert. I mean, the dances were pretty like, I'm not gonna say it was super easy to learn, but they were, I'm gonna say doable. But it was more about having fun rather than doing all these stunts while dancing, like that a lot of groups are doing nowadays. I like how I remember like back then a lot of the videos back then were like completely like the video. I mean, what am I trying to say here? See that? What am I trying to say here? So like a lot of videos back then could be like, you know, could be like you didn't really have the theme, or the theme was like you didn't really understand, and it didn't matter because you were too busy doing this. You were too busy vibing. Wow, that hit harder now. Like I remember like 12-year-old me like would love this would love the rapping part, and wow, I guess some things never change. I guess it still hits the same way. But I'm feeling pretty I feel a lot happier now because I remember like it's always good to go back to things that always made you happy as a kid, and it's happy that it's always cool that a lot of the stuff that, you know, that made you happy back then can still make you happy now. That's how you know something ages well. I always got confused to why they did that. Oh, that was I'm forever gonna love that song. Like, damn, like it's weird. Like a lot of the stuff like back then that you know something you know ages well if it made you happy back then and if it still makes you happy now, it's a gem. That's a good thing. That's how you know it's gonna holds a special place in your heart. And I feel like we don't really get that with a lot of stuff nowadays. I mean, I'm not to say that there isn't that stuff, like there's stuff nowadays that might hold a special place in your heart, but like it's like with the stuff that we got now, I'm just like a lot of stuff is like too polished. A lot of stuff it kind of feels a little too polished nowadays, and like and when it wasn't necessarily like super polished, that's what made it human. That's what made it like who like an artist is. All right, next one is Twinkle by Girls' Generation. So a little backstory to this one. So when I was in 5th grade, and this was like I think that was 2012. Yeah, around 2012, 2013. So that was the year like K-pop really like came into the US and like took off. It was like everywhere. And this was, I remember in 5th grade we had a whole assignment on K-pop. Our teacher showed us a group called Girls' Generation, and even Girls' Generation TTS. Well, that was when like there was only like 3 of them. But nevertheless, our teacher showed us this group. We had a whole assignment on K-pop. And it was fun. You know, I don't know if anybody would do that nowadays, but we had a whole assignment on K-pop, and our teacher showed us this group, and it was this music video right here for this song called Twinkle, and I'm excited to get right into it. Let's see if this still like sounds as good as it did when I was a kid, when I was in 5th grade. Oh, now my heart just melts, but just melts because I loved all three of them. Like when they were like in the group, I fell in love with all three of them back then, and even I saw a lot. I saw what they look like now. They age like fine wine. How do they do that? And they still, and tonight they're still gonna hold a special place in my heart because this is kind of one of the ways I kind of got my introduction to the genre.
Twinkle, the twinkle, twinkle. Oh, 숨겨도 twinkle 어쩌나 눈에 확 띄잖아 매일에 쌓여 있어도 나는 twinkle 티가 나.
Yep, it still warms my heart. I don't even know. See, it's so good that I don't even know the words I'm looking for. You guys see that? I can't even talk because like it's.
사람들도 다 빛나는 나를 좋아해 끝까지 경계해야 해 보석을 훔친 너잖아 늘 나의 곁을 지켜줘 내 주위만 맴돌아 눈을 떼지 마줘 난 매력에 빠져 숨겨도 twinkle 어쩌나 twinkle twinkle 어쩌나 눈에 확 띄잖아 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 매일에 쌓여 있어도
Okay, another thing is none of us, as when we were that young, none of us knew what Korean, what none of us can speak. Even a lot of us now still can't speak that language, but we tried so hard to like sing along, but we could not pronounce anything. We didn't even, and if we did, we didn't even know what we were saying. So we'd just be like, twinkle. That's the only thing that would come out.
나는 twinkle 티가 나 난 미지의 세계 시간을 잊어버릴걸 아침에 눈을 떠봐도 꿈은 계속될 거야 난 너를 위해 꾸미고 더 예쁘게 널 반짝일래 왜 너만 혼자 몰라 나의 진가를 숨겨도 twinkle 어쩌나 숨겨도 twinkle 빛이 나 눈에 확 띄잖아 눈에 확 띄잖아 매일에 쌓여 있어도 나는 twinkle 티가 나 oh yeah 너무 태연해 너무 뻔뻔해 밖에는 널 소원하는 줄이 끝이 안 보여 말도 안 되게 넌 너무 담담해
Man, like I know a lot of I still can't get my words out, guys. Please, that's another thing. I tend to stumble over my words a lot, so please forgive me. So like when I see a lot of like the music videos coming out now, I mean like the music videos coming out now are cool, but it's like it feels like it's kind of missing the spark that, you know, like old ones like this had. Like a lot of stuff in like any genre is just missing that spark it had like back then. I don't know if we're ever gonna fix that, but not saying that any of the stuff coming out is like it sucks, but just like stuff like this, there's just that one spark that you can't necessarily explain.
난 하늘 아래 떨어진 별 숨겨도 twinkle 어쩌나 yeah 눈에 확 띄잖아 난 눈에 확 띄잖아 매일에 쌓여 있어도 나는 twinkle 티가 나 그대의 twinkle 나를 봐 어딜 봐 나를 봐 나를 봐 칙칙한 옷 속에서도
Did not mean. Whoa, that was a whole botch. Did not mean to do that. But where was I at? But yeah, go ahead and laugh at me at that. But back then, like right here. See, you don't really get creativity like that with a lot of stuff nowadays. Oh, see that part right there? That always cracked me up when I was a kid. That always cracked me up. I don't know why it just always did, but because I like dogs and and you know, I'll even tell her, thank you, Miss Chavez. You know, if you're out there, if you ever see this, or if you ever see me like face to face again, if you ever see me face again, thank you, Miss Chavez. You're the reason why I liked K-pop back then, and you're the reason it found me again. So thank you so much, because a lot of people did a lot of things for us growing up, and we didn't even really appreciate. Even teachers back then, a lot of teachers looked out for us, and we were too young to realize it. We were way too young to realize. All right, y'all, save the best one for last. So this is one where everybody was hearing this song. Everybody heard this song, and you couldn't escape it. You could not escape it, because it was everywhere. So without further ado, not even without further ado, you already know what song I'm about to play. You already know what song I am about to play. Oh wait, did I mute that? Wait, hold. Excuse me. Oh no, I did not. Already flooding back.
오빤 강남 스타일 강남 스타일 낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자
I thought even back then we were all we see, I can't even get it out. But a lot of us back then, oh my god, we would try to sing along to that. But we would sound so stupid. I'm not even gonna try. I don't know if I'm gonna try to reenact what I would do back then. But we would try to sing along so hard. But we were stumbling all over our words. We did not know anything we were saying.
밤이 오면 심장이 뜨거워지는 여자 그런 반전 있는 여자 너는 선호해 낮에는 너만큼 따사로운 그런 선호해 커피 식기도 전에 원샷 때리는 선호해 밤이 오면 심장이 터져버리는 선호해 그런 선호해 아름다워 사랑스러워.
Okay, this scene always threw me off. But back then, I always admired this back piece right here, and like I don't even have a back piece now, but I really want one. Like, but that was, I want to say this was kind of my introduction to like what tattoos kind of looked like, or how cool they could look. But this scene always threw me off back then. Oh, another thing was like, I know, and then when this song came to Just Dance, everybody was doing that, and every day at like, you know, when we were kids, you know, everybody was doing the Gangnam Style dance. Every waking moment of every moment, no matter what, if we could find a way to get it somehow, put it into whatever we were doing, we were gonna do it. And even at dances, they played this song.
오빤 강남 스타일 강남 스타일 오빤 강남 스타일 강남 스타일 오빤 강남 스타일 Hey, sexy lady.
Oh man, this was making like, this was all the headlines back then, and then remember when Snoop Dogg was trying to like rap this song or sing this song, and the way he sounded, and and this was in like Rewind YouTube. I know a lot of you young ones out there aren't gonna know. You guys gonna be like, oh, what's YouTube Rewind? Y'all are babies. A lot of y'all are babies. Yeah, and y'all just had to be there. But if you don't believe me, go look up Rewind YouTube Rewind in like 2012 or 2013. I can't remember which one it is. But yeah, just go look that up, y'all. This YouTube basically a time machine. So yeah, it was everywhere. Like, I'll explain more.
오빤 강남 스타일. Hey, sexy lady. 성숙해 보이지만 놀 땐 노는 여자. 이때다 싶으면 묶었던 머리 푸는 여자. 가렸지만 웬만한 노출보다 야한 여자. 그런 감각적인 여자. 나는 선호해. 점잖아 보이지만.
I remember this scene, and we did not know what this show was about. We did not know why they did this, but hey, this was when like cringe was cool. This was when cringe was cool. Like a lot of stuff, like, you know, this was like when cringe or unhinged or like awkwardness. That's kind of what made you popular. That's what made you. And oh my god, I'm feeling the same way about it that I did when I was younger. I remember her. Oh, she's more. I'm at a loss for words. But wasn't there like a whole controversy with her like a couple years ago? Wasn't there like a whole controversy? Let me know in the comments.
오빤 강남 스타일.
I had the biggest crush on her when I was a kid.
강남 스타일. 오빤 강남 스타일. 강남 스타일. 오빤 강남 스타일. Hey, sexy lady. 오빤 강남 스타일. Hey, sexy lady. Being 놈, 그 위에 나는 놈. Baby, baby, 나는 뭘 좀 아는 놈. Being 놈, 그 위에 나는 놈. Baby, baby, 나는 뭘 좀 아는 놈. You know what I'm saying? 오빤 강남 스타일. Hey, sexy lady. 오빤 강남 스타일. Hey, sexy lady. 오빤 강남 스타일.
The best part of that dance was always the ending. That was the best part of that. Oh my gosh, I'm getting sweaty because this is making my heart race, because like we was doing that all the time. Remember, and you guys remember all the parodies there was to this? There was a Mitt Romney style. There was like a Slenderman one. It was like anything was being made into a parody out of this. Like, wow. Oh, there was and this is like the year like of the elections with like Mitt Romney and Obama. There was an Obama one. There was a Mitt Romney one. Everybody was doing stuff with this, and dang, K-pop ruled 2012 and 2013, and I gotta say, I'm feeling pretty warm and happy inside, because earlier when I started this video, I wasn't really happy. I was pretty low. And even as of right now, even as of like with life, everything that's happening with life right now, everything sucks. Everything sucks ass. And another thing, and like my advice to you guys is, you know, sometimes when if you're going through grief or going through like, you know, depression or a low time, you go back to the things that made you who you are. Go revisit old memories, play old games. What made you happy or what made you who you are? Go back to that. and redirect yourself. That's the best way to get through hard times, and that's the only way we're gonna get through hard times now. And we gotta do a bit of progression, because we can't just stay in the past. We gotta move forward. And it's always good to visit your past, but don't stare. But anyways, let me know how you guys felt about these, and let me know what videos you want me to react to next, or music. Anything you want me to do, I'm gonna do it. I'm here for you guys. Thank you guys so much. See you guys in the next one.